Yeah. It'd be over quick for you.
It'd be the shortest presidential run ever. Ever.
We're gonna need some soft lighting in here.
Yes, we do. There's options, but not good one. I have this cheap light over here.
Do you have a ring light?
I took one of those light bulbs loose.
Jesus Christ.
Loose
My forehead looks so damn shiny. Surprise, surprise.
Dude, my whole life is TikTok sounds. It might be bad.
Okay, wait. That's so much better. I just need to get myself backlighting. Backlighting!
Did you have a... John, do you have a ring light?
I did. It just decided to...
Quit lighting?
Yeah. I have that...
Always makes it
That
jump.
lights up like the sun. That's weird.
Okay.
That's sounds soft lighting going.
I'm better with this.
Very harsh. I read in the newspaper that TikTok prefers harsh lighting.
Really?
Yeah. Yes, I read the newspaper. Or really, I don't know. Yes, it's all those things.
No, we know, Grandpa, we know.
I really want to cancel my New York Times subscription though.
I already did.
I don't blame him.
It also charged me $140.
Yeah.
It's just so hard to, like... I mean, obviously I have it because I, like, read news articles throughout, like, the day. Like, I Google search stuff and that kind of thing.
My sister.
But I don't want to hear anybody reporting on anything to me. Just present me with the facts, please.
Yeah.
I don't care how I don't give a fuck about your feelings when it comes to that. Just please present the facts. Don't try and just present the facts and let me choose.
Yeah. So can I tell you guys why I haven't gotten rid of it yet?
Wow.
Yep, let's hear it.
All right. So far, still, the press still has access to things that we just don't have access to. So we still kind of do need them, whether we like it or not. And obviously we don't like it. But we need them. And the New York Times does a watered down, piss poor job of bringing it up. But the one thing that they do is they stick to facts. So I can just... I'm a good enough critical thinker to accept their biases, read the paper, and glean the facts out of it. I can deal with it, I guess is what I'm saying.
That's fair. I also think that sometimes people don't care about the facts when they're presented from one point or another. So I think that bias happens no matter what.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think that the general part of the American population is as easily swayed by fact as they are by bias. Like, they don't have the ability to decipher what is true and what is not.
No, they need to be told. And the New York Times should do a better job of just telling people straight up, yeah, this is a problem. All right, so I do...
Do you want to do your intro for your brother? Or are you going to do an individual one after we're done?
I feel like it might be easier to do individual one.
Definitely come in like that, Jake. Definitely come in like that. Let that be your line.
We need one with the sound on it. I want to play it all the time.
Well, I'm sure that, I mean, like, I can add sound effects via the phone.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean? Like,
we should kill them. What?
I'd probably get I don't know. Maybe go back and there will be editing. Let's just put it that way. There will be editing.
Yeah, I think it's almost impossible. I mean, it's impossible to not edit.
Yeah. Yeah. So
this would be a rough operation right now if you didn't edit it.
It would be. I don't know.
We're learning on the fly.
You think there's a charm to a rough operation, Jake?
A mom and pop podcast?
Yeah.
I think at first, I think it's nice to see growth for a podcast. Like, I've gone with a lot of podcasters, the ones I've watched over the years. Like, I've seen them go from chairs in their own little one-room apartment to full studios and, like, bookings and, like, studio places. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's cool to see where people start from.
Yeah.
No one starts out perfect unless you're rich. So
That's true.
And no one wants to listen to you then, so you don't got anything going for you.
That's true. I lost so. I'm a fan of Cat Williams, obviously. I think he's comedic gold. But he was on Theo Von's podcast, and I really had to I know, dude. I used to think that he was funny,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying that he's not funny. He's just on the wrong side of history.
Oh God, yeah.
Because his jokes are funny,
Yeah.
but like he's just not a good person, so I can't really support you.
Yeah.
Sorry about it.
Yeah. No, I agree. So, see you later, Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, adios. Like,
And Rick Ross.
Oh, I know.
and Rick Ross.
You know,
And Nelly.
you know why? But I mean, Rick Ross makes sense
Rick Ross.
because Rick Ross was already like being shunned, and nobody
That's
loves
true.
Donald Trump like somebody who's being shunned by society. You know?
I love Rick Ross.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
They all just like attach to each other
That's true.
like a snowball as it rolls downhill.
An incel salad.
So wait, what did
Yeah,
Martha
exactly.
say about Snoop Dogg? To Martha Stewart? What is Martha Stewart?
I don't know where she stands.
What is her new documentary was really cool.
I haven't watched it
It
yet.
was all about empowering women. So I don't know.
So, I mean, you can't really be all about empowering women.
But like I felt like for years it's just been Snoop and Martha, like best friends.
Yeah.
If she goes red pill, all that messaging is nonsense.
Well, it's publicity.
Wildly right.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to dead name Bruce Jenner now? Is that just not, is that allowable?
A lot of people have been like tweeting like, well, now we get to call you Bruce again. But like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Does it make you the bigger person too or not too?
No, it doesn't make me feel good to do it, to be honest with you. It felt good the first time, and it's lost its flavor.
Take it easy, Bruce. It wasn't really a win for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Malibu, baby.
But Trump just his initial statement was that there are only two genders.
Yes.
He did not say there are only two genders and you are whatever you were assigned at birth.
No, they said at conception, which but I didn't
We're all
know.
ladies, I think, by code, by definition.
That is true. I was,
Mm-hmm.
yesterday years old when I learned that, but that is
Yeah,
the
we're
truth.
all born, and if your balls drop, you're a boy, and if they stay up, you're a woman.
Yeah, I've always thought that was kind of like a greater part of the point too. It's not like the equipment is entirely different. It's just sort of the way it presents itself.
That's it.
You know, it's such a stupid thing, and just one hermaphrodite ruins your whole argument.
The whole thing.
Like that's
How common is that?
pretty rare. I don't know, but it exists. It happens. You can look that up. We don't have to wonder. We don't have to wonder things. We have Google.
Unfortunately, I think Democrats ran too hard on identity politics, and Republicans pushed so hard against identity politics.
Republicans just do a better job of selling it. And I'm going to go back to this again. Tim Walz came out, and the way that he presented progressive ideas made so much fucking common sense. So much common sense. Mind your damn business. What a salient message. Why did we take that message and just fucking bury it? We ran away from the problems, and that's what it is. Donald Trump, when he came across problematic things, he fucking doubled down and said the even more ridiculous, even more racist, even more misogynist thing, and his fan base came running to vote. If you are on the left and you're waiting to be energized, not standing up, silence, and I'm going to go back to this, Jake, even you kind of said this to me during the election.
I told you, this is what you're talking about when I kept bringing up that they have shied away from talking about trans individuals and everything towards the end. It was like radio silence.
Yeah.
No one brought up an issue.
Yeah.
And he had all these things about saying how he wants to get rid of all this shit, all the protection, all the care. And not once did I hear the Democratic Party saying, well, we'll do this for you.
Yeah.
Other than, like, we won't hate you outright, but, like, that's about it.
Yeah. Gee, thanks.
Yeah. Like, we like you, but we don't have anything in place to support you.
Right. I'm not going to actively say, you know, we're not going to actively defend you either.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Even, and that position that she got attacked on. And by the way, before I forget, it's up to 1.7% of the population are born with intersex traits. That's actually
1.7.
Yeah, the entire. I mean, it's probably hundreds of thousands of people, or a couple million, or whatever. I don't know.
Isn't that not higher than the percentage of the population that identify as transgender?
It's less. It's 3% of the United States. I know that one.
3% of the United States. I thought it was 1% of the United States. Okay.
3% of 330.
Yep.
And that is just. That's also that statistic includes not just anybody that identifies non-binary as well. So that's not a one-for-one statistic.
Gotcha.
Non-binary or two-spirit.
Yeah. So that's not a good number.
It's just anybody that doesn't identify as what they were assigned at birth.
Correct.
Okay.
And that's still less than 1%. So 1.7%. I mean, it's enough to blow your entire argument to smithereens. Like,
right.
You don't have to believe in science to know that exists. Nothing about that makes that thing. But this is the larger point. On immigration, on human rights, on civil rights, we did not make any of these cases. We said, oh, Donald Trump's a fascist. We didn't imply what that means, right? We didn't. There was no selling. There was no defending the people or the institutions that were certainly going to be attacked. We didn't come out and say, we didn't come out and defend gay marriage, even though it was clearly under attack. We came out and we said we found Project 2025.
Mm-hmm.
They gave us the fucking playbook. We had it to read, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're following it word for word. Have I missed something?
Nope.
I don't think so. So how on God's green earth, there's all these lawyers, to their credit, are doing a fantastic job of getting these lawsuits filed right away for every single thing that comes out. I will give them that. Where were the politicians with the same energy? Where were they with the same energy campaigning exactly this way? You know what the problems are. You know what the problems are legally. You know what the problems are politically. Fucking stand up and do something about it. Nobody in this country will run to love.
They're afraid to. They're afraid to.
Yeah.
Because Trump is ignoring the entire process of our government.
Yeah.
It's why he released the memo on Monday that he had to rescind on Wednesday, because he doesn't understand how the fucking government works.
No.
So he just is all willy-nilly in here, firing people left and right, eliminating fucking DEI programs, eliminating the Civil Rights Act. What is happening? What is happening? But that's what these people are afraid of, is that you can't stand up to him because he doesn't care about due process. He doesn't care about any of that.
No.
We literally here's Project 2025, and Trump said, not me. And everybody was like, you're right, not him.
Yeah. It goes to a better point. It's a much better seller point too. Like, you could take Make America Great Again, and you can, it's an open question. Like, you can believe that means whatever you want it to be. Yeah.
I'm just confused. Was it during fucking Bill Clinton's 8 years? Is that the small blip of hope we had?
It's Bill Clinton's 8 years that are ruining the Republican Party right now, or the Democratic Party right now. I'm going to tell you this. I believe this. It's the James Carvilles of the world and the David Axelrods and the guys who got those people elected in the first place, because Bill Clinton was a Republican. Okay. Hillary is a Republican. My beef in 2016 had nothing to do. It just didn't want to see the Clinton name. It was not my favorite Democrat. I was glad that they did, but Walmart, the war on welfare, these people are GOP as fuck. Okay, if it walks like a duck, if it talks like a duck. And so all of their strategists believe that there is this magical center that still exists from the year 1999. Well, not even, because, I didn't go far enough back. 1994 or whatever. That's going to elect a Democrat, and they just don't. Liz Cheney?
It's not happening.
What did Liz Cheney do for you, Jake?
I don't know who Liz Cheney is.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
Just a warmonger.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben and Jerry's is doing their part.
Yeah. Always. When has Ben and Jerry's not done their part, though?
Doing their part. I bought Ben and Jerry's tonight.
Did you?
Yeah,
I went out and bought some.
Don't buy our ice cream. We don't care. We will start a goddamn revolution. Dairy-based, my friend.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. And, yeah.
I'm lactose intolerant and I'm still supporting them.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Fight the power and the diarrhea.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They got dairy-free options, you know what I mean?
They do, but they do not taste as good.
Yeah.
Did I buy the dairy-free? No. Did I look at them?
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Did I go, I should? And then I said, nope, I'm not. Yeah.
The juice was worth the squeeze.
Yes. Yeah.
Almost always. That's great.
I think we need more grassroots involvement, which is why I'm like, hey, let's do this podcast. When you said that, I was like, yeah, even if 7 people see it, that's how things start, because those 7 people are like, wait a minute, something's changing. Maybe I should pay attention to this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I don't give a shit about mainstream media. This is not one of my opinions is formulated because of something I saw on CNN. Not a single one of them.
No.
Because that's not, I'm just here because I would like to see the America that we were promised in our textbooks.
Yeah. All right. That being said, let me inject a modicum of structure into the conversation. Just a hair. I want to know what it is that drives you. But I will start with you. What drives you to want to do this kind of stuff?
Because I have little babies that need to see a world that they feel safe in. And I don't, when I say little babies, I have a 13-year-old and an 8-year-old, but they are children. And I think that the children need to feel safe in a world that they can truly grow in and aspire to be something. Why is, I just don't understand how we could let our children down the way we have. So I work in a school, I see 300 kids in a public school every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't understand how we could just turn our backs on them so quickly.
Mm.
I'm old now. So like, this isn't even really about me at this point.
Yeah.
My job is to leave this place better than I found it. And I feel the only way I can do that is to continue to preach empathy. Like that's my whole thing. Which is why I get so mad at myself when I fucking argue with these people. Because that's not the message I'm trying to deliver. But I feel like sometimes light bullying is the only way you can get across to someone.
Yeah.
Bring back
bullying. I just want my kids to have the best life possible. Feel safe in schools, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it just seems like the most basic things that I want for my children are like so easily achievable if we can just come together as a society of humans. I don't care who you are. We are all just human beings living life that's fucking hard. I'm not sure if anybody told you this, but life's fucking hard sometimes, bro. Why are we making it harder on ourselves by arguing and fighting and having people that are like dividing us as a country? Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? Why is this what the message we're teaching our children? It's insane to me.
Yeah, I love that. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that conversations like this don't happen anymore. Neighbors don't get together. They don't sit down. They don't talk about things. All right. Jake, what about you?
Can you say the question again?
So, I just want to know, like, what motivates you to stay in the fight? What motivates you to resist?
I like what you said about the kids. I've worked with kids my entire life, and I understand the importance of keeping them safe, making sure they get the education that they deserve, even if it's IEP or anything, that those things stay in place. Being part of the LGBTQI plus community is also a huge motivator because it's always been underrepresented, especially trans people in our day and age. So willingness to always want to fight for the community has always been there. Yeah. Growing up in a small town where even today at Target, like people were looking at me, and I present pretty gay. Like I walk, my talk, whatever. And a group of guys walked by and chuckled, and I'm like, fucking whatever, I don't care anymore. I grew up in this town, but knowing that other kids in this town could grow up safe and happy would be great too.
Wow. That's good. That's really good. You guys got, good emotional reasons. I love that. I love that.
Why do you do it?
You know, I I've left a pretty shit spot in my life on society as a whole. I've done a lot of damage, taken a lot of things, and I want to do something good. You know, this stuff has always interested me. I've never known how to express it or how to get my frustration out. And this is something that I believe is important. I think that too. I was listening. I like to listen to certain podcasts, and one of my favorites it's all women. It's called Hysteria on the Crooked Media Network, and they were talking about like, what are we gonna do about the men? And she said, you know what, the men need to take care of themselves, and they do. Like, we need as men to show that like we are out here, that you can have empathy, and that it's okay. Uh, you can call me a fucking socialist. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? I am one left turn away from being a full-on communist. If I didn't know better that communism ends in the same autocracy, I would be one. But I'm not, because I know that that's the end game of communism, the same as it's the end game of fascism. So I'm not there. But socialism is not a bad word. And it's my family, ultimately. It's my family that motivates me. Every single person that I know has been affected by this. Jake, my brother, I mean, not just this community, but I mean, both of you guys are educators as well. What just happened? This man just paused the money that pays 2/3 of the educators in this country. And he was going to let that go on for 90 days. That was his game plan. He would have done it indefinitely if it wasn't explicitly written into law when Nixon tried to do it. So he does not give a fuck about the people that I give all the fucks about. He does not care about the things that I care all the things about. My sisters are both, every time they get pregnant, it's super high risk.
Yeah.
It's like, it's terrifying. The fact that there could be any debate at all about their health care in a crisis makes me absolutely fucking sick to my stomach. I can't wait for those kids to pop out. For a myriad of reasons. Because I care about them and I love them and want to see them. But also because I'm terrified for my sisters to be pregnant. You know? My parents, whatever complicated relationship we might have,
they're chill.
they need Social Security. And they need Medicare. And so do I. God damn it. And, to have somebody out there who is just okay with attacking people who work their entire lives and deserve to retire, even if they don't want to fight for themselves. Like, I do. I believe in this fight. I've always had this thought that, like, I'd like to be part of something big in history. I didn't fucking mean to cause, to manifest World War III, but if this is the fight, I'm fucking here for it. You know? I'm here for it.
I think that's how we have to be.
Yeah.
Starts with one, and the sound gets bigger with each voice.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's cool too. Like, if nobody ever hears this, it's fine.
Yeah, really, it was just a couple of guys venting about our current political landscape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we don't really have, like, I can't have a conversation. I'm not going to, like, deep dive into politics with my colleagues because now, you know what I mean?
Wow.
I'm going to hear something that I hate, and then now I'm going to judge you forever.
Yeah.
So, even if no one ever hears us except the three of us and my wife, then who cares? Because it gave us an opportunity to just kind of talk about what's happening in our lives. The the reality of our lives.
Yeah, and posterity too. Maybe someday when they dig up the history and they want to write write what happened, want to know what the hell was going on and how the world burned to the fucking crisp.
Yeah.
When they find this fucking laptop buried under the only tree.
Oh man, the kids were watching the Lorax today. That's so funny.
Yeah.
I wish it was funny. It's not funny.
It's funny because it's sad.
Yeah, so much of this is funny because it's sad.
The Lorax being a true story.
Yeah. That is what's sad. I don't know. I didn't mean to divert the momentum, but I needed that recording for the reasons.
I'm cool with it.
All right.
I'm talking about literally anything.
All right. Well,
an open book.
Brad, what floated to the top of the shit ocean for you this week? Like, what broke through the noise? What was the one story?
Man,
you can only pick one.
Brother,
Those are the rules.
One
this
story.
Is tough. This
Just
is tough.
The one thing.
I really think his the one today, because it's just so fresh, is that obviously that this accident, this terrible accident where people lost their lives, this man gets on a stage and immediately blames DEI. And are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's the first thing you say. People lost their lives. There are people dead. There are people dead as a direct result of this incident. And the first thing you want to do is point blame. That's truly fucking insane to me.
Yeah.
It's to push your political agenda. People died. What are we missing?
Yeah. Not just to blame anyone, but to, in a not so subtle way, go straight for the racism piece.
Do you like how I'm removing the wall behind me that my wife just pulled in?
That's awesome. This is so good. How many podcasts do you know that have a garage door in the background? How many podcasters are sitting on a nightstand right now?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
There's just nowhere else I can smoke this many darts. It's just ripping heaters. It probably looks like a Snoop Dogg concert pouring out of my fucking garage right now.
I'm sure. It definitely looked like the tour bus when you open that garage door.
So, but I do kind of a little bit have to cut this a little bit short.
Okay.
Because it's almost 9:30. I would love, if you want to keep recording and just fight it all together, like at some other point, I'm down with that before we release like the first one. But it's been almost 2 hours, and the wife just got home from work.
All right. Well, I appreciate you being here.
Jake, it was good meeting you. When I'm down for the next one, let me know, and I'm there. I'm on it. As long as you want to do this, I want to do this.
Okay.
I got a ball tournament.
Yeah, my weekend's blown, so I'm out. And I think it's important we keep we got to keep living. No matter what else happens here.
For sure.
Got to keep on living.
LIVIN.
Hell yeah. My whole life is a TikTok child.